Cofagrigus EX just got top 10 in a 100+ player tournament. Now that's definitely strange. What on earth has made this so strong? Well, why don't we take a look and find out. You know, I've always been calling this card Cofagrigus. I think I've been calling it Cofagrigus for as long as I remember. It's Cofagrigus EX. I've only just recently learned that. Nonetheless, it has that gold coffin ability. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, search your deck for a Pokemon card and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. It is a built-in half Raihan, effectively. Now, that's a really, really strong ability. Granted, you're only going to be effectively using it, well, twice. It still is very powerful. And we do have the hollow hands, reminiscent of the Dragapult VMAX back in the day. 110, put 5 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon in any way that you like. Now, this deck enjoys a bit of Old Cemetery, so if your opponent does, you know, bring a Pokemon in play and have some shenanigans going around, you could definitely use this, plus Radiant Alakazam to move stuff about, allowing that 5 damage counters to actually equal 7. And this build seems to be all about taking advantage of those tricky little plays. Did I say tricky? Like tricky? I meant to say like cheeky and tricky, but my brain blends things together. It does it so much. Probably does it more than McDonald's does when it makes its chicken nuggets. Anyway, that aside, let me just give you a hypothetical scenario. Your opponent benches a 70 HP Frigibax. Now, that's a great target for the hollow hands, but you can only put 5 damage counters on it. Well, Radiant Alakazam moving damage from somewhere else, maybe from a Chien-Pao from attaching, because of the Old Cemetery, bringing that Frigibax to, well, that 70 HP mark in order to KO it. And I think that kind of disruption is what makes this Cofagrigus so good. So how about we get into some games and see if this actually has potential. Before we begin, if you're looking to buy ptcgl codes, then check out ptcgl's store using the code FTW for 5% off. And to sell or buy bulk Pokemon cards, then check out TCG Bulk. All sponsors are linked in the description down below. Now, with that said, let's get going. Oh, it seems like we're playing the Giratina. I have a feeling we're gonna like Comfies here, but nonetheless, look at this start. It's pretty good for a turn 1, isn't it? I think that's really nice. Yes, this deck does play 2 Xatus, interestingly enough, so we'll get the 1 Natu down. I think getting 1 evolved is probably our biggest priority right now. Tempted to Ultra Ball away. What do I get rid of there? I want to get some extra Mew. I also want to get another Pokemon down in case we get crammed. That said, I could just bench Alakazam and retreat into it, right? Because I do have Switch and stuff. So yeah, I think that's okay. We'll just end our turn there. There's a Battle VIP Pass coming out. By the way, this deck was built by someone named Xatu from Chile. They're the one who built this deck. I'm going to start doing this now. When I cover decks that I haven't built myself, I might just do this in general now. I'm just going to have the deck list to the side. I'm sure a lot of people do that already. But I think it's just going to be a lot easier for me to keep track of things and keep things in mind. I'm not a regional at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I haven't spent, you know, months of testing like the same deck list to really understand how it functions. When you're playing decks every day, I think having something like that's going to be great. So there's moments where you look at, I'm just looking to the side, something like that. I'm not distracted. I'm actually just checking the deck list to see what I've got going. How many times have I said, do I play this? No more. I can now find out. Although I'm probably going to forget to just check my, I forget a lot of things, all right? It's just my nature. So anyway, just giving that heads up there. I'm not getting distracted or anything. Yes, this also plays Devolution, which is so cool because obviously if you're playing a massive evolution deck, say God of War, just get damage across the board in the right ways and just hit with a big devolution at some point in the game. It's very strong. Nonetheless, I want to be taking multiple prizes here. So what I might start doing is looking for a way to just get damage on the board. There's Path to the Peak. I'm not bothered by that. What I am bothered by, however, is the fact that I really don't have any sort of out just yet to do anything. Either way, there's another flower selecting from them. There are 2 in the Lost Zone. Now, thankfully, it's Tina. Tina doesn't usually have that turn 1 cram as often compared to someone like Lost Box. So that's good, at least. But we'll have to see, actually, because they could Comfy here. And then, what can they do? They have to find a Colress, right? And there's a Nest Ball, though, going out of there. Did they get a Colress? No, they just pass. And I'll take that any day of the week, mate. Oh, okay. That's lovely. Right, let's throw an Old Cemetery down. We're going to evolve into our good old Cofagrigus. Let's attach an energy to it. I'm just going to Iono. I don't think, yeah, we've only got like 2 switches in this. I don't think we're going to find an out to retreat here, unfortunately. Yeah, there you go. But that's fine. Let's Xatu here. Now, I'm going to start charging up my Mew because I'm pretty sure I can just Lost Impact. So if I can do that at some point as well, there's like no harm here. So I'm going to go for a Clairvoyant Sense. Just go a bit further. Another thing is they do take an extra prize card. Honestly, not the end of the world, is it? Because, or maybe I do get like another Natu down or something. Is there like, there's like no harm, right? Because if they KO it, then I actually have a counter catcher, which could be quite a big deal. I think I'm going to give it a go, unless maybe I go for, I've already got Yamask in play. So I could do that. I'm definitely throwing a Manaphy down. I know that because of the Greninja. And I think I just go for an another Yamask. I'm thinking of Xatu, but I think the one Xatu is fine. I'm assuming this Xatu is just to make sure you don't really fall behind in prizes as much. I'm assuming it's not more about charging things up rapidly. So did I say fall behind in prizes? I mean more so like, look, 2 energy attacking, it's always a bit awkward. So I'm assuming Xatu's there to just avoid that. Thing is though, I really don't want this Radiant Alakazam going down. We have a rod in here, so that's good. But yeah, I don't want it going down, you know. Do you know why? Because that's what it's all about, right? As soon as they start throwing energy into play, that said, they can just Mirage Gate everything. But if they attach for turn onto something, it takes damage. That's kind of useful. Switching cart's not coming out yet, though. I'm assuming they have less switching carts considering there's already one in a discard pile, considering it's a Tina. So I would expect maybe 2. I think 3 would be a bit much, but maybe 2 for a Tina. Oh, no, you could see 3 actually. They get rid of a counter catcher themselves and they go for a conceal cards. They are not at the vacuum. Sorry, not the vacuum, the Mirage Gate just yet. Man, they are loving these path plays. They really are. And an escape probe. Okay, I think in that case, I definitely just give them a Yamask, right? There just ain't no doubt about it. Oh God, I could eventually get a Lost Impact play. That could be massive. Right then. So from here, I think I just really take a KO. Maybe I put 5 on the Comfy. And that could be really, really good. It depends what they're going to do. Yeah, they're going to come a crown. So take a KO, put damage counters down. That said, I could also gust up Tina and swing into it. But then if I'm having like Mew at this point, like I might as well just get the KO on that when I can. And maybe even hold off on this counter catcher until it's like really needed. Oh, I'm going to promote the Mew anyway, I think. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go for this Mew play. I think I can pull it off, but I don't want to greed it. You know what I mean? Just don't want to be a greedy bugger. Right, let's Old Cemetery. What's mad is I think I actually hit this. I did actually get a Lost Impact play. Oh, maybe I should have done that. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to Fog Crystal here. I could also go for an Alakazam swing. Look at the damage I'm doing. I'm doing 200 straight with Alakazam, but I think attacking with the Cofagrigus is maybe the best shout. I think I might have done this wrong. I honestly think playing with the Mew actually is the correct move. Yes, you're on good English. Yeah, I think I've done that wrong, but I'm going to go for Cofagrigus and then just charge up the Mew here. So at some other point, maybe next turn I can do that. Oh, the Iono. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to attach here, and I am going to counter catcher. This deck plays 2. I don't know if I've prized one, but I think I am going to counter catcher. I'm actually just going to bring up a Comfy and then just go for an Iono. That way I could take out a Comfy, put more damage on Comfy, kind of limit their draw with my hand disruption. I think that's the best bet. I'm going to play another Fog Crystal and get another Yamask down like so. And I'll just go for a Hollow Hands here. Just put 5 on one of the Comfies. Meaning, next turn, I can take 2 prize cards so long as I'm getting a KO in the active. There's the other counter. It was prized, but it's fine. So I'm assuming they're going to try and O-cast with Tina here. If not, I'm just going to genome hacking it. That's what I'm going to do. Do you know what's interesting, right? I'm looking at this list and I have one thing that I would really like. I have a feeling maybe leaning into 2 Mew might be a good shout. Because if you could change those 2 switches in this deck, right, to 2 escape probes, that could be a big difference. Because a lot of the times I'm noticing, as you can see, my opponent's doing it now. They're promoting this Comfy, obviously, probably to be able to retreat it with the switch card to heal it. Or maybe because they think, well, if I'm going to get KO'd, they might as well take the one that's going to got the damage on it. So being able to force that to the bench with something like escape probes over than just playing switches is pretty good when you have a Mew pivot anyway in play. So if you were to able to like cut another card, I don't know, there's 4 Yamask. You could go to 3 Yamask. I mean, because there's a Mew in and of itself is an attacker. So you could go 3 Yamask, 1 extra Mew. So you go down to, yeah. And then from there, change the switches to escape ropes. And you have a lot more shenanigans with the Cofagrigus. That said, going to 3 line is always a bit awkward, isn't it? Either way, they're going to go for a Nest Ball and they're going to throw Sableye into play. Yeah, there's no Giratina in this deck, that's for sure. But I'm assuming the fact that we take multiple prizes quite a lot is maybe the thing that matters here. Oh, massive. What are you doing? Oh no, I don't think they had a choice, but I'm going to sit here and just KO this Comfy. First off though, my goal is to evolve this Yamask, remove some of that Sableye fear into a Cofagrigus. And I'm also going to draw with the Clairvoyant Sense. I just bit my tongue saying that. Ow. Oh, well, we drew into 2 VIP pass. Makes no difference. Don't know what I'm attaching this to yet. I want to see a bit more stuff. So I think I am just going to, move to damage and KO a Comfy. That's just nuts. Yeah, we'll take a prize card there. TM Devolution. We don't need you. At least not in this sense. I could also bring another Comfy back into play with Echoing Horn, but I don't need that right now. And for some reason, they have made an outrageous decision. They have promoted Radiant Greninja. I'm just going to retreat and go for a Moonlight Shuriken. What are you doing, sir? What is going on? All right. I'm going to genome hack in Moonlight Shuriken and just take out a Sableye in a Comfy. What is blood doing? Oh, no. I'm sorry. And it's a lady as well. The name's Angelica. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Yeah, that was rough. That is rough. We have Super Rod as well. So if the Mew goes down, which it probably will here, we can at least just run it back. That is just disgusting. Obviously, they promoted the Greninja in fairly for good reason, right? Because the Cofagrigus just KOs everything else, and you don't Giratina taking here. So I think they really had no choice but to promote the Greninja. But I think it would have been far better just let me take the KO on Comfy. But then again, it's like I'm taking the KO, put more damage into play. Really puts a Lost Box into a tough spot, this deck. If they bench the Sableye, they do have that Tina good and ready to go. Now, here's the thing I'm worried about. I have sacrificed the, well, that said, they do actually need to get one more in the Lost Zone, and I've taken out all their Comfies. But I have sacrificed my my ability to genome hacking for that. But, well, no, I haven't. Okay. Right, there's a Roxanne. They're somehow looking to get one more card in the Lost Zone here. Oh, and they're trying to find a Mirage Gate off of it, which isn't a terrible shout either. And there's a long pause there. Right, I was originally... There's the Mirage Gate. So I was originally saying, oh, Drop's great though, bro. I could just find any card I want now. Oh, yes. I need to think here. I need to copy Lost Impact for game. How am I pulling that off? Oh, I just grab a Raihan. It's GG. We've won. What I was originally saying, right before I kept getting interrupted by... Hold on a second. They're not KOing me. What are they doing? Hello? They got an energy. Lost him. Big scoop. What the hell was that? Just forget my old point. All right, I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. Going first, we're playing the Electrode deck. Oh, this is interesting. A lot of evolving Pokemon, so that's good. We got VIP Pass here, Raw as well, which is amazing. I really enjoy Mew, even though Mew's, I don't think it's going to be that great here, actually, now that I think about it. I just think it's good. I really like Mew. I like Mew being in play. Gives me a bit of comfort, I guess you could say. Also, a counter catcher or a switch? We don't have a switch in hand, and to be fair, I'm probably attacking next turn, so yeah, I think we just attach and turn. A shame, however, we haven't yet gotten. We haven't yet have getteth. That's how you say it in proper English. We haven't yet have getteth the Old Cemetery. I'm starting to think though, is Gapejaw Bog better? I don't know. No. Because I guess the Cemetery just causes Chien-Pao so much issues, and we are very susceptible to Chien-Pao. So I understand. Yeah, the Old Cemetery's there for the Chien-Pao. I just like the idea of them benching something and me being instantly able to KO it. You know what I mean? But no, I think yeah, the Old Cemetery does like actually a lot more sense. Now the good thing is this Electrode actually will do damage to itself, meaning if I just get an Alakazam, I take a KO on Bidoof. It's as simple as that. They go for a research and they throw the old Clorfarino down. There you go. VIP Pass coming in, grabbing that Sneasler. Pretty much got everything they need. Some good, liable Pokemon for us to take out. But that Bidoof going down, I think, is going to be a big deal. But we'll have to see because this deck's still pretty good. We're not going to underestimate it, or at least I'm going to try not to. Let's bring up Yamask. So they do take that 2 damage, and they do actually get rid of the burn, which actually helps because it removes their damage output, and we like to see that. So let's evolve to the Coffin. Gonna go for an Ultra Ball there. Yamask. What is Bud talking about? All right, and I think, yeah, I Ultra Ball here, not for a Xatu, but for that beautiful Alakazam, which will allow me to just KO Bidoof. And I get a bit of draw on the Mew. You see, this is why I like the Mew. It's just like, yeah, things get a bit rough. It's okay. You have a Mew to sort yourselves out. No, I do. I think I don't boss here, right? I could just boss up. No. Oh, no, I can't do that. If Alakazam could move to multiple Pokemon, that would have been sick, right? So it could have moved one here, and then that would have been a 110 and a 50, but I can't do that. And I have the opportunity to do, what is that, 140 on this Electrode? It's going to damage itself enough. Yeah, I think I just go for my Alakazam to the Bidoof, and if they KO me, they KO me, right? I could follow up with a Raihan play. I think I just Iono, right? Maybe to give myself a bit more security here because I'm not bossing. They already have 6. It's not going to make that much of a difference here. Cemetery's going to go. Yeah, I think I made the right call here for sure. We even have the counter catch if we really needed to gust, but that's absolutely fine. We're going to Clairvoyant Sense. This just gives us that little extra security. This is what I love. And I think we then just go for Hollow Hands, hit that Electrode for 140, and then take out that Bidoof. That's what we want to see. That said, what I could have done is actually move both damage counters off of this onto Bidoof. And then, yeah, because I could have put 4 on there, 1 on here, which would have put it in range, or even 1 on here, which would have put it in range. There's so much you can do with this deck. That's what I quite enjoy about it. And it just reminds me so much of Dragon Ball. It really does. Anyway, they're going to go for their town store, go for their ancient booster capsule so they can fight. Yeah, I should have done that actually, because I could have maybe... No. I wouldn't have been able to take it at any point, to be fair. Would have just been, well, yeah, no, it would have been fine. Getting rid of a counter catcher themselves and a VIP pass, getting another Cloth out into play. The big issue for them, of course, is just all these liabilities. Here's another thing we can do in this deck, by the way, which is kind of wild. We could actually genome hacking this if we put damage counters onto it to bring it to 120, we could genome hacking, aqua return our Mew. That could be quite cool. Maybe even a late game finishing play. You never know. There's just a lot of options. I'm just looking at how we take big KOs. That's where my head's at right now, because this deck does just that. Either way, and they're going to just go for a Forest Seal Stone. Maybe they retreat into the Cloth. Keep that Electrode safe. That said, my friend, it's like, you know, it's going to get KO'd, bro. No, they're just going for... They're going to let Electrode go for the swing here. And the Seasoned Curry. That Tantrum Blast is 200 plus the 30, meaning I'm getting KO'd next turn if I don't switch out of this. There you go. And did it just... Oh, no, the Curry healed it, didn't it? Yeah. So it's there chilling. 70 HP. And we get an Arven. That's beautiful. That's exactly what I needed. I needed a switch. I needed to get out of that Cofagrigus. Let's first, though, take it easy. Let's keep moving. Grab that energy there. I think I'm actually going to go for an energy on the Mew because of that fact that we could actually get this taken out at some point. Now, I think I go for another Fog Crystal to get another energy. Just keep the ball rolling. And we'll throw that on the Mew. That way, we're a Raihan away from attacking with both attackers available. Then we just go for an Arven. No way! I've prized both switches! No, I've prized one. Oh, my God. That means I should have attached to this Yamask. I should have attached to the Yamask. What can I do here? What can I do? I don't know. I can't do anything, really. Oh, God. 2 seconds left there. I'm going to have to take this KO, but then just get KO'd back. That sucks. That's going to give him 3 prize cards. It is what it is, right? I was just so sure I had that switch available. You know what I mean? I was so sure of it. It turns out I just simply didn't. Okay, from there, let's just Town Store to increase the top deck odds. And that's no, we are fine. That is what it is. Tell you what, finding a Roxanne next turn could be quite nice. Let's just go for a Holo Hands. We're going to have to self-KO here, unfortunately. I can put 3 on you, bringing you to 120, which means I can genome hacking you. I'm also going to put 1 on the Cloth and 1 on the Cloth. That way I could just Oko them and keep damage moving for a little bit, at least for the time being. But it really sucks that I'm just going to have... There's that switch as well. That the Radiant Sneasel, if I'm correct, will put 30 on us, and we're going to have to just put up the Mew. There's that 30 damage. Oh, it feels bad. But as they say, it is what it is. I'm a bit worried, though. Like, yeah, this Cloth is dangerous, man. And getting KO'd in return, it's so annoying. I could have just avoided this in so many ways, right? I could have easily just attached to the Yamask and got myself another Cofagrigus, retreated, and then be fine. But because of that's sequencing. That's me, bro. It's all sequencing. Oh, well, let's go for it. We'll just keep running. I need an energy, right? Because if I can energy here... Oh, yeah, I can. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, it's not the end of the world. I can force him to take another single prize KO next turn, and that could change the tide. Here's what I'm planning right now. This deck doesn't have much dynamism to it, so to speak, right? Doesn't have a lot going on. It's just attack, and just see where you go, right? Now, with this, what I can do is next time we're going to have to get KO'd here if I don't get gusted up, which I don't think I will because they just played Narvan, didn't they? Yeah, I can actually Raihan to my Mew, use a counter catcher, bring this up, go for a genome hacking, KO the Luminion, and then force a single prizer on them. So that way I don't evolve the Yamask. Yeah, I think that's the play. That's definitely the play. And then from there, I then evolve, right? So I need to find another Yamask. That's the first order of business. So get a Yamask back. I'll get some energy because that'd be good for Xatu. And then with the Raihan, I can grab myself... I already have the counter catcher. The Raihan, I can get myself the other Yamask. So that way I always have an out, so to speak. That said, no energy on that Yamask is going to suck. But we do have Xatu to fill that void a little bit. So yeah, I think that's correct. I'm going to throw that down here. Now, the only thing actually getting in my way is that bonnet, right? If they promote the bonnet, or is it the it could be the Electrode. I'm gonna painful spoons off the Cloth onto the Electrode, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I shouldn't have put the damage on the Cloth because I forgot they poisoned themselves, so it already brings it down. I'm just so worried about getting Iono or Roxanne or something here. That's my only fear. Oh, maybe in that case I do evolve to Cofagrigus. All right, I'm gonna play down hands. I'm gonna just play down cards I don't need. I might need a switch at some point, to be fair, but I'm just worried about them having boss in hand, you know? I've only played 1 boss, 1 counter catcher. Yeah, I can't evolve to Cofagrigus. That just seems like a bad idea. I'm just gonna go for a genome hacking. I'm gonna copy Luminion V's attack and return my Mew back into the deck. My phone just went off there. Jesus Christ. Not my prime moment. Do I give him a Yamask? Yeah, I think I do. I think I just give him this Yamask. Yeah, I think that's the play. And then we're just going to take 2 prizes and hopefully find a way through. My worry now is them obviously bringing up the Electrode, which is not going to be easy for us to deal with, meaning I'm going to need to find a counter catcher again, which we do have 1 more of in this deck. But an Iono to 1 doesn't feel like I'm going to be able to dig very well for it. Either way, there's a Seasoned Curry, and they're just going to Tantrum Blast. Right, we just have to find a Gust. That's all we need right now, and that's going to be game. I can promote this R2. Unfortunately, our Alakazam's not doing enough either to take a KO, only doing 120. Oh, okay. This feels rough. Let me check at my deck. I need to see what's going on, bro. The counter catcher is there. The counter catcher is there, guys. Oh, no. Look at this hand. It's too big, man. Sorry, this deck. There's too much going on. There's no way I'm finding a counter catcher. I have to evolve here. I know that. There's just no shot, bro. All right, come on. Please. Counter catcher, Xatu. Oh, yeah, that wasn't going to happen. In that case, I'm going to throw an Old Cemetery. Going to go for a Switcherino, like so. Guess there's no harm in throwing an energy on the Alakazam in case they try and do something. I don't know. Iono for one. I'm sorry. If it's a counter catcher, it's GG's. Everything loves me. Okay, no, all right. Well, in that case, is it actually worth me just... Well, I'm 2-hit KOing this anyway, so I might as well just hit this for all I've got. There you go. And we'll put 5 damage counters, I don't know, on a claw for sure thing. They do have to somehow get a KO on us. I don't think they can, especially after being healed from burn. Oof, I completely forgotten. I have Iono them to 1. So, oh yeah, like, bro, what can they do? They have to get this Electrode both curried and use the bonnet and somehow get 30 extra damage, or they just boss. They could just boss one of these and then that'll be it. Not a big fan of the ball being in their court, but it's just a toxic powder. A seasoned curry. Oh, we actually got the curry. Fair play. And an Iono. Okay, I think we're safe unless they have some sort of shenanigans going on where they could draw one card that can somehow make it deal 30 extra damage. No, they don't. Oh, wait, no. Would this be a sudden death? No, it won't be a sudden... Is it a sudden death? I don't know. I don't know if this is a sudden death because I KO it and I KO myself, but I don't know when the KO actually applies. Unless I can find that... Did I have a switch? No, I don't. Okay, there's no way I can just like pivot, retreat, remove the... No, there's no way that can happen. But I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's go for the hollow hands and we're just going to KO it there. And yeah, it doesn't really matter what we do here. We're just going to put damage counters there. We take the prize, but do we win before the poison comes through? Oh, we do. Okay. All right, cool. I was a bit concerned. I was like, wait, does that actually warrant a... No, it doesn't. We didn't KO ourselves. That was a GG. What a lovely game, although a bit on the scarier side. And that, my friend, is good fun. Huge shout out to Zekro who made this build. It's really fun, really entertaining to play, and is literally counter meta. Like being able to just put damage counters everywhere and punish things like Lost Box and stuff like that. Really good fun. Punish evolving decks. It's really interesting. Nonetheless, leave it there. Take care of yourself and peace.